Hi everyone, good evening. Good evening everyone. Welcome to the class, right? To your own channel from 8th, 9th and 10th. Hi everyone, how are you? So before the class began, right? So I was just going through the chat that you guys are having. Quite a chat, right? Good evening everyone. Good evening Trisha. Good evening Papia. Good evening Akshay, Amrendra, Mani, Anshita, Aditi, Ritvik, Ayush, Suresh, Akriti, Nibha, Vidusmita, Sugandha, SK, Pragati, Suhani, Keshav. Hi everyone, good evening. Good evening everyone, welcome to the class. I hope all of you are super amazing, completely healthy and ready for an amazing class. Hi Kumari, hi Hema, hi Raghav, hi Mukesh. I'm good, how are you all? Hi Dhara, Jayashree. Ready? Yes. Belated happy Republic Day to each one of you. Yes? Amazing. Let's start our class, everyone. So, in today's class, we'll be discussing about a very interesting and super easy chapter of our 9th class, Natural Resource, right? So, this is the second session of the Natural Resource. In first session, right, what you have studied? You have studied about the air pollution, right? Ashwarya ma'am took your class and you guys did the air pollution. Yes? So in today's class, we'll be discussing further more about it. Great. Yes. Hi Anshul. Lakshmi. Very good. So now let's start, right? So in today's class, we'll be discussing about the water pollution, soil pollution, right? How the soil is formed, and of course about the soil erosion. These are the very easy topics, right? Very easy topics altogether. I'm sure you will have fun studying and learning all of these topics, right? So we'll be learning together. Yes, we have Mentee, right? We have the Mentee quiz. So once these, are learning about these all topics will be done, we'll be moving to the quiz. Easy chapter, yes. It's a super easy chapter. Agree. Okay, now before we start our class, right, let's quickly recap about the air pollution. So in the last class, I'm sure you had a lot of fun, right? And you learned about the air pollution. So we know that air, of course, we have different components, right? We have different types of gases altogether. We have nitrogen, which has 78%, that's the majority of the amount we have. Then, of course, we have oxygen, which is 21%. And the remaining 1%, we have the other gases like carbon dioxide, water vapors, argon, and so on. Right? So, these are the important information about the air. We all are aware about it. Yes? Thank you, Anshul. Thank you, Aditi. Yes, Jayaprakash. Me too. Good evening, Sanya. Great? Okay. Yes, very good, Shrishti. Yes, Anshita, we have that. Very good. Awesome. Okay, so we are done with it. Come on, everyone. Let's stay focused, right? We'll be focusing on the soil pollution. So let's quickly revise about the air pollution first. Now, apart from that, you also studied about that what are the causes of air pollution. So, of course, if there's a change in the natural composition of air, of course, and we call it as air pollution, right? And of course, it can harm to the living organism. There are various causes for it. Definitely the gases that are released by the various industries. Then, of course, the various gases that are released by the various different types of vehicles that we have, right? And of course, we have the chlorofluorocarbon. Now, can you tell me from where, what all, will be releasing the chlorofluorocarbon? We have it in the image also, but it will be great if you can write. Yes, right? Very good. Vidusmita, yes, refrigerator, okay. Yes, plastic, very good. Fridge, air conditioner, yes, very good. So that means that you are paying attention, that's super awesome. So these are the causes for the air pollution, and further, you discussed about the effects of the air pollution. It will be affecting right? And of course, it will be causing the acid rain, which is definitely not good for our environment, global warming, and of course, the ozone depletion, right? I'm sure you studied about the ozone depletion because it's really very important. Then further, we talked about that how we can prevent the air pollution. We can plant more trees, use of more of the public transport, right? Then use of eco-friendly vehicles and the different types of alternative source of energy, right? So these are the basic things we all know about the air pollution and how we can prevent it. Yes, everyone? Depletion means money that it is getting degraded, right? As a loss of something, getting reduced. Okay? Okay, right? Are we clear with this? Okay, yes, yes, yes. Great. So now we are on the same page, right? We discussed about the topic that you have studied in the previous class. And now let's quickly move to the next topic, right? Now can you see something over here? Can you see something over here? Can you see something on the screen? There actually, right? Over here, if you see there's a dot, right? Now what if I do like this? Can you focus over here? Blurred, right? What is this? Yes, come on, come on, come on. This is our Earth, right? This is our Earth approximately 6 billion kilometers away. This is how the Earth will look from very far, far away. Yes, this is our Earth. And of course, the one thing that we keep on asking ourselves is that why Earth appears blue from the space, right? Now, I'm sure you must have seen in the various movies, in various shows, right, that have, when we move away from the Earth, we usually see the blue color, right? Mostly the blue color, right? And why we have blue color, as I can see already, it's because of the presence of water, right? So let's learn more about it. So as you all are saying, you're absolutely correct. Our Earth is blue because of the water, right? 71%, can you imagine 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by the water. Very good. Now let's talk about the distribution of the water on our planet Earth. Now this is really very interesting. Very good Ayush, very good Sugandha, very good Jay, right? Let's talk about it. Yes, let's talk about the distribution of the water. Here we have, very good Hema, it's very unequal distribution of water. See, we have 97% of the ocean water. We know that we'll not be able to drink that water, right? Right? 3% of course, out of those 100%, we have 3%, just 3% that is fresh water that you and I can drink. Yes? Then of course, yes Umesh, here is the reason why everyone tell us to save the water, because only 3% is fresh water that you and I can consume. Out of that 3% also, 70% of the fresh water is actually preserved, or we can say stored in the ice caps and the glaciers. Of course, we cannot go and melt them, right? So, out of these 3%, 70% is there in the ice and the ice caps, right? Glaciers. Then of course, 29% is there in the groundwater. 1% is easily accessible fresh water, right? Of course, easily we can just go out and use. Then out of that 1% also, 52% is there in the lakes, 1% in the rivers. In the soil moisture, we have 38%, and of course 8% in the water vapors, and small bit of it water in the living things that we have around us. So now if you think of, when we talk about the drinking water, we know that it's really very less. Yes or no? Yes? Right? So we have less amount of the water, and still, right, we feel that, there's a need. Of course, we have to preserve and save the water. Very good, right? Because 97% is the salt water that you and I can't drink. And of course, I can see Nibai is asking that we cannot, why can't we purify? We can. There is technology, there is a development happening, that how we can easily convert the salt water into the fresh drinking water. Yes? So maybe in the future, right, we'll have something amazing like that that can actually convert the salt water into the fresh water. Yes, Niba, I think I've answered your question. Yes, and for those who are asking if there's a Mentee, yes, there will be a Mentee quiz. Awesome. Moving ahead, let's talk about this, right? And I'm sure, I think one of you have just wrote this down over there. That water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. This is a kind of reality. Maybe in the future, if you don't preserve the water or if you don't conserve the water properly. Yes? Now moving ahead, we're done with the first topic, right? The water. Now we'll be going actually into the details of the water pollution. Here, let's talk about the water pollution, everyone. Here, this is really very easy chapter, very easy chapter, and it's really very important from the exam point of view. You can easily gain more marks from it, so let's just focus over here. Over here, we'll be discussing about the water pollution, and here we go. So, what is a water pollution? According to you, what is a water pollution? Write in the comment section below, what is a water pollution? Yes? Okay. Right? Anything, any undesirable change that happens in the composition of the water, and of course that can affect it has very adverse effect on the various organisms that are living in the water or that depends on the water. We call that undesirable change as the water pollution, right? We all agree, right, that we have this water pollution. So if we have a good source of water, let's just suppose that we have a lake nearby. It's a very good lake and of course we are drinking water from it. But as the time goes on, what happens? We start dumping few waste into it. What will happen gradually? The quality of the water will be changing. We'll see some of the undesirable change that we don't want to see in the water, right? And it will be affecting the organism, and of course that we called as the water pollution. Simple. The definition is really very simple, right? Now note this down because it's important. Yes? Very good. I can see you guys writing the answers. Very good. Yes, very good. Very good, Ritvik. Yes, that's the case. Amazing. Now let's quickly discuss about the causes of the water pollution. Now, if I ask you, what do you think are the major causes of water pollution? Like if you are an individual, right? Right? If you are an individual and if you have to think from the point of view, like you're a good citizen, and when you see other people polluting the water, what are the things that they are doing? Yes? Very good. I can see the sewage from the industries, untreated water from the factories, factory sewage disposal of the waste, very good industrial waste, fertilizers and the pesticides. Very good. Yes, you guys have covered up all the important points. So let's quickly talk about the causes of the water pollution. When we talk about the water pollution, right, and the causes, first thing we have is the industries. Now there are various industries we have around us, and these industries are actually good, right? Because they are helping us to get various products out of it. Of course, they give the employment to the various people, but the disadvantage of is that the disposal method they use is not so good. So they directly dump the chemicals and the hot water directly into the fresh water or various water, places we have like lakes, directly into the rivers, ponds, etc. Or maybe sometime oceans, right? So what happens? This industry waste causes of course, undesirable change in the water, and it's really bad for the water. And of course, it causes the water pollution. Then comes the sewage, the domestic sewage, right? And of course, we have the different types of sewage altogether. This also goes into the water bodies and cause the pollution. Then of course, we have the agricultural runoff. Now, what happens over there? Yes, Mani, just give me a time, I'll repeat it, right? Yes, I saw that comment on the payroll for the water purification. That's really very good, right? So now let's talk about the agricultural runoff. So we definitely, I'm sure you must have seen that in the agriculture, there's a use of the pesticides and the fertilizers, right? So when these pesticides and the fertilizers moves into the water, what happens? What happens? There is a growth of the algae, right? We call it as a eutrophication. Now, as they move into the water, what it does, there's a growth of the algae because it provides a more nutrient, right? These are the nutrient. And as the nutrient increases, there's a growth of the algae. The water becomes green, I'm sure you must have seen, right? But what happens to the organisms that are living under the water? Like fishes and small microorganisms, they'll not be getting the proper sunlight and the oxygen, and eventually what will happen? The water body will have lots and lots of algae. And of course, slowly, the organisms that are living there will not be there, right? So that's really very important. Yes, fertilizers are really very harmful. Absolutely correct. Very good, Jay. Okay, I can see Lakshmi, water pollution is a combination of water bodies usually as a result of the human activities. Yes, yeah. It has, not ignoring your answer, yes. Yes, Lakshmi. Very good. Very good. Yes, Vidit, you're absolutely correct that the oxygen has been cut out, sunlight is blocked, yes. Very good. So are we clear with this, right? And of course, last cause, of course, is the oil spill, which occurs in the ocean, right? So if, as Sanya is saying that about the petroleum oil, if there's a drop of it, right, of course, this oil will be there on the water surface, right? And if there are birds who are coming to pick up the fish, what will happen? This oil will be there on the wings of the birds, right? And it causes the harm. And they'll not be able to fly properly. And of course, there are fishes that will be getting affected, the quality of the water that will be getting affected. So over here, we have discussed about the causes of water pollution. Now let's talk about the effects of it. What is the effect of water pollution? If water is not good, right? If there is a pollution in the water, what will be its effect? Now again, I want you to think. For example, if you are looking at a water body and if you can see that the water is polluted, what do you think will be the effects of it? Come on. I know that you guys know the answer. Very good, Sani. You're saying disease. No, we cannot drink that water, Mani. Yes, very good. It will affect the marine life. It will less fresh water. It's not good for the environment. Very good. Yes, more points. Come on. I'm sure you have the answers with you. Papia is writing, organism will die, definitely. Meenakshi, disease, decrease of fresh water. Disease might spread. Marine life will get disturbed. Death of the aquatic animals, yes. Fishes will die. Definitely it's not good for the, for the environment. Very good, Nibha. You have mentioned the disease name. Very good. Now let's talk about the effects of the water. So whatever the points that you have said are here with us. So first of all, if the water quality is getting decreased, we'll see the aquatic life getting affected, right? The eggs of the aquatic animals will get destroyed, right? And of course, fishes like this will die. Along with that, humans like you and me will be getting affected because if we drink a contaminated water, we might get diseases like typhoid, right? And cholera. So in the contaminated water, these microorganisms will be there. And if we drink that water, what will happen? Of course, that microorganism will be going inside our body and will be causing a disease. And along with that, in the severe conditions and severe cases, if an individual is drinking the contaminated water, they can get actually affected on the nervous system. Now, one of the common examples when we talk about the heavy metals is mercury. Along with that, we have other radioactive metals that enters into the water bodies if by an accident will be causing damage to the human body if we consume that particular water. Very good, Sanya. Definitely, it will be a disturbance in the ecological balance. Yes? Lead, very good. Anushka, very good. Yes? Thank you, Lakshmi. Yes, Kumari, you are absolutely correct. Very good, Sugandha. Yes, Mohammed. Yes, you have mentioned the disease name. So, are we clear? See, are we clear with it? We have talked about what is water pollution. We talked about the causes of water pollution. Now, we discussed about the effects of the water pollution. Now, we'll be moving towards the preventive method. Now, again, I'll ask you because it's a interactive class. So, you tell me what you as an individual can do to prevent the water pollution. Really very easy, right? For example, if I am there, so the one thing that I can definitely do to prevent the water pollution is I'll not be dumping any plastics into the water, right? As an individual, I can do that. What you will be doing? Yes? Very good. Boil the water before drinking. That's really very good thing. Use water filters. Throw garbage in the dustbin, very good. Treatment of the water by the factories, very good. No dumping of plastic in oceans, again very good, Raghav. Very good, Trisha. Yes, Lakshmi. Very good, Ayush. Very good, Mani. Very good, Kay. Yes, you have covered up all the points. So let's talk about the prevention, right? Prevention of water pollution. We can easily prevent the water from getting polluted. First, of course, we can easily treat the water which is there in the wastewater treatment. We can easily use the different microorganisms we have in our environment, right? That will be helping in the wastewater treatment along with the new technology we have. Then, of course, use of organic manure. We can easily replace the fertilizers, right, and the pesticides, and we can use the organic manure. Now, then of course, we have the reduce the use of the plastic, not throwing the plastic into the water, right? Yes, Samiksha will be having the 10th class next week. You will get an update right on the channel. So subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. You will get the notification. Very good, everyone. Yes, very good. No dumping of the waste in any of the water bodies. Very good. So we are clear with it, right? So we have covered up the water pollution properly. We have discussed about what water pollution is, causes of it, effects of it, and the prevention. Great. Awesome. Now let's move to a very interesting question. Let's check our knowledge very quickly. An effect of water pollution among the following is easy. It can cause the soil erosion, cholera, healthy fish, or the increase of fertility. Yes? Very good. The correct answer is option number B. It will be causing the cholera, right? The contaminated water. Very good. And can you tell me, cholera is caused by which of the microorganism? Extra question from my side. We have discussed about in the Why Do We Fall Ill chapter, right? That cholera is caused by which? So basically, a very good Akshay. Yes? It's caused by which microorganism? Very good, Ritvik. Very good, Vidit. Vibgyor cholera. Yes, it's caused by the bacteria. Very good, everyone. See how we are connecting our chapters? Amazing. So claps for each one of us. Very good. Now let's move ahead to the next topic, that is about the soil. Now, of course, apart from the blue earth, right, that we see, apart from the beautiful blue earth, we see some of land also, right? We see this brownish or the greenish color, of course. Out of the whole thing, less than 30% of the earth is land, of course, right? After the water bodies, we have the land. That's why, right, I can just march, I can walk, because of course we all are on the land, right? That's really very important. So let's talk about the land, right? About our beautiful earth. So the crust is there, right? The outermost layer of our earth is called as the crust, and the top layer of the crust is called the soil. Interesting, right, everyone? So now we know what is crust, and now we know what is soil. Over here we have the core, right? I'm sure I can see the Kanishk have mentioned about the crust, mantle, and the core. Very good. Very good, very good. Amazing. So you guys are learning your geography also. Very good. Okay, now let's talk about the soil, right? So soil, of course, is a mixture of the small particles of rocks of different types of sizes, and of course contain lot of decaying living organism, which is called as the humus, right? Humus or the humus. It's not the hummus that we eat, right? Humus. So of course that's the soil. Yes. So now we know what is a soil. So basically it's a mixture of the particles of soil, rock on a different sizes, right? And of course contain a bit of the decaying living organism, right? Humus. Very good. That is the soil. Now when we talk about the soil, I'm sure you have seen that there are different types of soils, right? And the color of the soil also varies. And the color of the soil varies because of the humus that it actually contains. So over here we have the bedrock, we have the weathered rock, we have the subsoil, topsoil, and over here we have the humus, right? Humus. So over here we have, which is a dark organic material that is present on the top of the soil. Now this will be deciding the quality of the soil. Now it has various living organisms, it has different types of minerals, right? All the decaying composition, that is really very important. Yes, Mani, yes, yes. So we usually say that our soil, which is rich with the humus, the quality of the soil will be really very good. Very good. Now that we are clear with this, let's talk about how the soil is formed. as you all were saying already about the weathering, right? So let's quickly discuss about it. The soil formation occurs by the weathering of the rocks. Now, what is the weathering of the rocks? Can you see over here? A big mountain. Of course, then climate is changing. We can see rain. We can see up in between ice, and slowly, of course, it's getting crumble it down, and of course, we have the soil. Very good, Sania. Very good. Very good. So now let's quickly discuss about how the weathering is happening, right? So over a long period of time, it will be taking up thousands and millions of years. How means us? Yes, definitely. Yes. So of course the rocks which are near at the surface down over here of the earth are broken down by the various process, and over here we have the various process. Now this is important, everyone. I want all of you to focus over here. Yes. So we'll be discussing about how the soil is formed, and we'll be focusing on the weathering of the rocks. Now it can be done, right? It can be done with the help of by the physical methods, by the biological methods, or by the chemical methods, right? So let's discuss this in the detail, because this is a very common question asked in the examination, and I want all of your attention over here. So give me a thumbs up. Everyone, I want a thumbs up from your side. Yes? Yeah, Niba, a little bit. Should be distance. Very good. I can see thumbs up. Very good. That means that we all are here. We are focused. So let's discuss about in detail about that how the rocks are broken down by the various different process. Starting with the first one, right? We have over here a big rock, and of course it will be broken down into the 5 fine particles of soil. Over here we have these different processes, so let's talk about it. We have the parent material, here we have the rock, right? And the soil is easily produced from this rock through the process of the weathering or the natural erosion. So with the time, right, it will be getting eroded slowly, and we'll be getting the soil. Apart from that, sun, that's really very huge, that gives us light, plays a very important role in the soil formation. So you know what the sun does? Sun actually heats up the soil surface. Sorry, the rock surface. We have this rock, right? Let me just make a small tiny rock. So what will be happening? As the sun rays will be falling on the rock, it will be getting heated up. It will be expanding. But in night, what happens? There is no sun. And what will happen then? Again, it will be getting cooled down, right? So hot, cold. In that whole process, you know what will happen? There will be the different cracks that will be coming up in the rock, and slowly, we will see that the big rock, right? The parent rock, the original rock, yeah, absolutely correct. Bhavishika, yes, thank you for helping over there, right? Yes, so that will be getting broken down to the soil. Everyone, are we clear with that? How the sun will be helping and playing a very important role in the formation of soil? Yes? Very good. Yes, because of the hot and the cold, different things will be happening, and these will be breaking the parent material, right? The big rock into these small fine particles of soil. Very good. Moving to the next, we have the water. Now, I'm sure you must have seen that, you know, if water flows or if there's a huge river, it will be leaving lots of mark, right? If there's a mountain on both of the sides, we can see the different turns. We can see the beautiful art done by the water, right? Yes? Ayush, if you talk about the approx number, I'll not be able to say, but it takes thousands of years. Yes? Yeah. Okay. So water, of course, cracks those creases that we see just with the help of sun, right? And of course, widen those more cracked. Water will be flowing through it, and of course, breaking this hard rock. And of course, over the period of time, we'll be able to see the the soil particles. It takes thousands of years because it's a really very slow process. See, we'll not be able to observe it by our eyes on a regular day basis, right? It's a very slow process. It happens in our environment daily, but it takes a lot of time. Moving ahead from water to the wind also helps in the formation of the soil. So when we talk about it, when there is a rock which is completely eroded, right, which is not in a very strong state, wind, when it blows really very fast, the strong wind will be breaking the rocks further down and they'll be carrying the soil particles ahead. This is really very interesting. Then of course we have the organism. Now I'm sure you are aware about this. Lichens, right? They are really very special. Now these are basically the combination of two organisms, right? What we have in lichens, can you write in the chat box? Can wheat? Mani, I'm not sure about it. It's still difficult for us. Yes, thank you Lakshmi. Thank you Akshay. Yes, we'll be having the quiz in a while. Just wait for some time. Yes. Very good, I can see the answer. Algae and fungi. Kanishk. Then Azhar. Yes. Fungi and algae, very good. So in lichens we have two microorganisms, right? We have the fungi and the, not microorganisms, but we have two organisms. Combination, we have the fungi and the algae. And they also help in the formation of the soil by the biological process, right? These releases substance, certain chemical substance that causes the rock surface to become powder form. And slowly it will be going further and further and we'll see a thin layer of soil. Interesting, right? Apart from that, you know what happens as these are growing on the soil, right? Like one of the mosses, right? And the other different plants that are growing over there will be going deep as the roots will be coming, right? They'll be going further and further deep, and of course, as the roots will go down into the rock, there will be the crack. And of course, from there further, we have other various factors will be acting upon it, and the big rock will be converted into the fine particles of soil. Easy, right? Yes? Very good. Yes. Symbiotic relationship. Very good. Okay. Now moving ahead, over here we have the whole summary of the soil formation. First, of course, the formation of the cracks will be there with the heat and water. Then, of course, thin layer of the soil will come and we'll see this growth of the small plants. Further, these plants will be growing further, their roots will be there, and of course, we'll get the soil. And we know that soil is a basic of the agriculture. Without soil, can we have something? Right? We all love, let's say, okay, how many of you love bread? Right? How many of you love bread? Eating bread? Yes? Okay, if not, then how many of you love mango? Right? Even me. So, of course, we know that the basic form is, of course, from the plants, right? So, if we don't have plants, nothing will be there, right? And we know that plants grow on the soil. So, in that way, soil is really very important for the agriculture, right? Yes, Ashu, just give me a while, I'll repeat. Yes? Bread and butter? Yes. Mango, even mine. Right? So, we know that soil is really very important. Now, we'll be moving to the soil pollution. Now, we know that what is soil and how it is formed. Now, let's talk about that how it will be getting polluted. Before that, right? Okay, we have Ashu who is asking about the soil formation, right? So, of course, there is sun and there is water, right? Initially, we have a parent material, right? This particular, with the time it will be getting eroded. Along with that, when the sun rays will be falling on the rock, due to the heating of it, it will get expand. And the night time when it's cold, what will happen? It will again freeze. That will be happening again and again, and we'll see the breaking or the cracks will be there. As the water will be moving inside them, the cracks will again widen, and we'll see more and more, formation of the fine particles of soil. Apart from that, wind will play a very important role in the soil formation. Then, of course, the plants, the living organisms will be helping in the formation of the soil. Yes, Ashu, I think your doubt about the soil formation is clear. And now we'll be moving to the soil pollution. Now, we know that what is soil pollution. As of course, if there is a removal of the useful components from the soil, an addition of substance like that will have a very harmful effect on the living organisms that are living there, will be We call it as the soil pollution. Basically, we are changing the composition of the soil, right? Very good. So now, moving ahead with the causes of soil pollution. The causes will remain more or less same. We have industries that will be causing the soil pollution, dumping of the chemicals or the waste directly on the soil. I'm sure you have seen in various big cities, right? The factories or the industries waste will be directly dumped on the soil. And of course, that will be affecting the quality of the soil. Then of course, the acid rain. See, acid rain you have studied in the air pollution. But if this particular acid rain falls on the soil, what happens? It actually kills the microorganisms that are there, right? And these microorganisms help in increasing the fertility of the soil. Yes, are we clear with it? Very good, Bunny. As you're saying, it will be affecting the fertility of the soil. Yes. Very good. I can see the thumbs up over here. Very good, very good. Right, so acid rain will be causing the soil pollution. And then of course we have the use of the chemical fertilizers. We have just spoken a few minutes back about it, right? These chemicals again will be affecting the quality and the fertility of the soil. So these are the causes of soil. Now let's talk about the effects of the soil pollution. Death of the microorganisms, death of the earthworm, and of course slowly the land will become a complete waste to us, right? Now this is really very easy for us to understand. And how we can prevent the soil pollution? Yes? How we can prevent the soil pollution? Okay, I can see someone asked about the acid rain. Kanika, thank you so much for answering. Yes, I think your friends are helping you over there. Right, so how we can prevent the soil pollution? By waste management, by segregating the waste properly, not dumping the waste directly on the soil, right? By segregating it, we can actually protect the soil quality. Then of course, plant more trees, use of organic manure, and I can see one of the important things that you have mentioned is that the 3R, very good. What are the 3R? Recycle, reduce, and reuse, right? So by following the 3Rs also we can help in the soil pollution or the waste management. Basically, we can easily use the 3Rs in the waste management. Very good. Now that we are done with the prevention of the soil pollution, let's move to a very interesting topic. And after that, we have the quiz, right? Get ready, everyone. We'll be discussing about the soil erosion. Over here. Now, what will happen if we cut down the trees? Of course, we know that there will be less number of trees with us. If we cut more number of trees, what will be there? We will see the soil erosion, right? Removal of the top layer of the soil, which is really very fertile, right? Removal of the top layer of the soil is called as soil erosion, right? We'll be losing the top layer. And of course, over here, there are two factors or the two agents that will be doing this. First, of course, we have the water. Now, just imagine there is a clean land, right, with less number of trees. We have chopped the trees, right? There are no trees in a particular area, and suddenly there is a rain. And of course, that top layer of the soil is still there. But as there are no trees, right, we know that trees have roots, and roots will be holding the soil together. If there are no trees, what will happen? Aha! With the water, the top layer of the soil will move away and it will be waste, right? So we'll see the soil erosion there. Then in the same way, we have the wind that will be playing the bad cop over here in carrying away the top layer of the soil. So over here we have two agents that will be causing the soil erosion. We have wind and the water. Yes? Do soil pollution also affect the groundwater? Yes. For example, if we are dumping lots of waste and lots of radioactive waste in the soil, eventually it will be affecting the quality of the soil. And we know that groundwater is there in the ground, which is just below the soil, right? So that will be getting affected. Yes, you don't have it, but it's really very important, right? So that's it. So we have just discussed about what soil erosion is and what are the causing agent. Let's talk about the cause of it. Of course, we have the cause. Overgrazing, I'm sure you must have seen the animals overgrazing it, right? Then of course we have the desertification, tilling and the slope. There's one important question I can see. Radioactive, those elements, right, that will be radiating the radiations. Like uranium, right, it's a radioactive element. It has the radiations, it will be changing, it will be radiating, basically radiations will be out there from them. And those rays are not good. I'm sure you must have seen Hulk, right? Hulk become Hulk because of the gamma radiations. So something, radiations will be causing the change in the genetic material. It will be changing in the organisms and the quality of the soil altogether. And the water also sometime if it's there. Okay? Good. So over here the causes of the soil erosion, we have overgrazing. If the animals are grazing in a particular area, then desertification, a land which was there full of forest but now is converted into a desert because there are no trees over there. Tilling process we usually do, but if we do it on a very regular basis, the top layer we are losing, and of course the slopes. What are the preventive measures for it? Because if there is a cause, there has to be the prevention of it. We can actually monitor the grazing of the animal. We can add more and more amount of trees over there. Afforestation and the terraced farming. In the terraced farming, you know what happens? Can someone tell me that how the terraced farming is good? Tilling actually causes the soil pollution, right? But it is really important. But if we are tilling again and again on the same soil, what will happen? It will be causing the soil erosion. Yes? Mentee in just 5 minutes. Right? I know that it's a time for the Mentee. Yes, can someone tell me about the terrace farming? So terrace farming actually help in preventing the soil erosion, right? Because as these are steps, right, the water will not be flowing so much, and of course the top layer of the soil will not be getting lost. Very good. Very good. With it, it will be reducing the surface runoff. Very good. So on that note, we have a very interesting question. Soil erosion is caused by. Can you tell me? Soil erosion is caused by. Super easy question, right? Come on everyone. I can see the list of the answers. Tilling is the correct answer. Acid rain, no. Soil erosion is caused by. We are looking for the agent, not the global warming and not the sewage. It's the process B, which is the tilling. Now with this we are done, and let's quickly summarize, and then of course we have our Mentee quiz. Kids, come on everyone, focus. We talked about the water pollution, undesirable change in the composition of the water, and it will be affecting the organisms. We call it as the water pollution. Causes of it: industrial waste, addition of the sewage, agricultural runoff and the hot water from the power plant. It will be affecting the aquatic life and human health. We can easily prevent it by the wastewater management, reduce the use of plastics, and of course the use of the organic manure. Then of course we talked about the soil, we talked about what is soil, then we talked about how the soil is formed, right? We have various agents over there, we have sun, wind, water, biological agents like lichens, right? That actually help in the soil formation, and we know what soil pollution is. Then we have discussed about the soil erosion. The removal of the top layer of the soil is called as soil erosion, right? We talked about the causes: overgrazing, desertification, tilling and slope, and prevention, monitor grazing, terrace farming, and the afforestation. Right everyone? And with this we are done. So we'll be having a next session on the biogeochemical cycle on 3rd Feb. We'll be meeting then, right? And now, all of you, Mentee time, right? So I'll give you some time, right? All of you can go to the www.mentee.com, right? Use the code 95921629. I'll see you on Mentee, right? You don't have to go anywhere. Just go and use the code. It will be, right? It will be good, and I can see many of you there already. Give me a time. I'll just, yeah. I can see many of you are joining over here. 13 of you have already joined. Yes, here we are. Very good. Tanisha, step farming is really very good. Yes, I can see 17, 18 of you are joining. Come on everyone, join. You have to go to the www.mentee.com, and then you have to use the code 95921629. I am there already. I can see many of you are joining. Right? You can't hear my voice? You can. Just refresh your page just in case. Yes. Just I'm there. Cool. Yes, everyone. So our tech team is there. We all are sorted. Hello. So quickly, we'll just wait for 1 more minute and then we'll start. Right? See, I can see 41 of you have already joined. Yes, I'm waiting for you, Kanika. Join. You will be able to see the emojis in a while when we will be moving on the next slide, right? Awesome. Come on, everyone. 1 more minute. 1 more minute for all of us. Thank you so much, Janvi. Thank you so much. We'll be able to see the emojis in the next slide, so just give me a while. I want each one of you to join very quickly. I can see the number of students are increasing. So we will just wait for some time for our friends and they'll be joining us, right? So you have to go on www.mentee.com. It's mentioned over here on the screen, as you can see, and on top of my head. And then you have to use the code, which is 95921629. Easy, right? So in the meanwhile, let's move to the next slide. Okay, wait. Yeah, see, this is what we were talking about, right? We have all of these amazing emojis. I can see some of the dinosaurs. We have crocodiles, we have snowman, we have rabbit, we have watermelon, we have ghost also, we have a detective, we have a volcano. Yes, so we have a unicorn, donut, a ship, a ship and a sheep. A rose is also there. Panda, polar bear, a penguin, cake, burger, amazing. We have good things, right? Amazing. Okay, let's just wait for 4 more and we'll be 70 and then we'll start, right? Come on, everyone. 67. Okay, let's just wait for 30 more seconds and then we'll start. Let's start the countdown, right? 30, 29. Oh, it will be too much. Okay, let's start from the 10. Then we'll join. Come on, everyone. From 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's start the quiz. All the best, everyone. And here we go with the very first question. Here we go. Here we have the question. Which of the following factor is not involved in soil formation? We have sun, wind, pollution and water. So we have discussed about the soil formation, right? So we are looking at which of the following factors is not involved in the soil formation. In options we have sun, wind, pollution and water. Super easy, right? Super easy question. I want all of you to answer this question really very quickly. I can see the answers are there with us and 58 of you have voted for the correct option, that is the pollution. Pollution is not involved in the soil formation, whereas wind, sun and water are definitely there. So over here we have the formation factors, right? Over here we have the factors, physical factors. We have sun, wind, of course ice also in the water and rain. And we have the chemical factors and the biological factors also. Moving to the next question. Sorry, over here we have the next question, right? Here we go. Next question. Question number 2 on your screen. A preventive measure to reduce soil erosion from the following is. How we can, among these, which of these methods actually help to reduce the soil erosion? Strong wind, strong rain, terrace farming and uncontrolled grazing. Right? Which of these actually help in preventing the soil erosion? It's very easy, right? We discussed about it, right? We discussed in detail about the soil erosion. Answered? Okay. And here we go. So option C, which is the terrace farming, right? 61 of you have voted for the correct answer. That is absolutely amazing. So terrace farming help in reducing the soil erosion, whereas a strong wind, strong rain and uncontrolled raising are the reason of cause of the soil erosion. Yes, here we have. So over here we have the prevention of the soil erosion. We can easily prevent the soil erosion by the monitor grazing, afforestation and the terrace farming. Very good. Okay, moving to the question number 3, everyone. Here we go. Question number 3. On your screen, everyone, on your screen, question number 3. The removal of the top soil is known as, you have the diamond ring, okay. The removal of the top layer of soil is called as what? Soil formation, soil removal, soil erosion or the soil wastage. Very easy, right? The removal of the top layer or the top soil is known as. I want each one of you to answer this question correctly. It's super easy. It's the easiest question amongst the lot, I believe. Yes? Last 3, 2 and 1. The correct answer is soil erosion. The removal of the top layer of a soil is called as the soil erosion, right? So, I think it is 83 of you have voted for the correct answer. That's really very good. But some of you got confused between the soil formation, soil removal and the soil wastage. Soil wastage is no one, but 8 of you, soil removal. I think that this is due to the, if you're voting really very quickly. I'm sure all of you know that the correct answer is soil erosion. So, yeah. The removal of the top layer of a soil is called as the soil erosion. We will be having the leaderboard after question number 4. So, this is question number 3. Now, let's move to the question number 4. And after this question, you will have the leaderboard. So, get ready everyone. Here we have question number 4 on the screen. What does the activity shown in the image mean? So, over here, we have an image, right? Is it a soil pollution? Is it a soil erosion? Is it eutrophication? Or is it the water pollution? Come on, come on. It's very easy, right? Oh, I can see a ship, right? Very good, Meenakshi, right? So what is it? What is happening in the image? Is it soil pollution? Is it soil erosion, eutrophication or the water pollution? Yes? A long chain of the correct answer over here. And 52 of you have voted for the correct answer, that is the water pollution. The image that we have was of the oil spills, right? We have a ship and of course we can see the spillage of the oil over there. So the correct answer is water pollution. So that's the correct answer we have, right? And over here we have the causes of the water pollution. We have industries, then we have the sewage. If there's, untreated water is being dumped into the water bodies, of course that will be creating the water pollution. We have agricultural runoff and the oil spill. Yes, it's misclick, right? Yeah, it happens. Yes, JE aspirant. Okay, क्या बोलूँ मैं हिंदी में? So over here, अब हम leader board की तरफ जाएंगे and over here we have the leader board. Yes, everyone, leader board है यहाँ पे. Interesting leader board, right? So we have Akshat. Right, was the very fastest over here. Then we have Bindusmita, we have Ritvik, we have Shakti, we have Saithi Bose, we have Aksh Patel, hi. Then we have Sara, we have Saransh, we have Mohammad Anzar and Jayantika. Very good, right? So all of you are waiting for the leaderboard and over here we have, right? I'm sure you are doing amazing because the majority of the questions, of course, each one of you are answering correctly, right? If there's a misclick, you know the concept, so don't worry about it. And over here we have the leaderboard. We are done with the 4 questions and we still have 4 more questions, right? Yes. So let's move to the question number 5, everyone. Here we go. Very interesting 5th question. Yes, here we go. Question number 5. Okay, most of the water on the earth's surface is found in. So the question is really very easy. जो पानी हमारे पास हमारी अर्थ पे सबसे ज़्यादा कहाँ है? Found in, majority of it. Is it in the ice caps or poles, ocean, river and the underwater and water? It's a very easy question, right? मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द वाटर, मोस्ट ऑफ द वाटर, जितना हमारे अर्थ में पानी है सबसे ज्यादा कहाँ पे है, किस सोर्स में है, राइट? इट्स वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, राइट? सुपर इजी क्वेश्चन. Answered, very good. I can see the answers in the chat box, and the correct answer is option number oceans, right? Option number B, which is there. There is the oceans. तो oceans में of course we have the सबसे ज़्यादा पानी, right? But of course it's not drinkable. हम उसे पी नहीं सकते directly. So 61 of you have voted for the correct answer, which is the oceans. Ice caps and ice, जो glaciers में we have the fresh water which is being frozen, right? We have rivers which of course have the fresh water, and the underground water is a fresh water again. So of course the correct answer over here is the ocean. So here we have the distribution. You can definitely take a screenshot of it from the video, right? And of course here is the solution part of it. Let's move to the question number 6, everyone. Here we have, come on, few more questions for us, right? Question number 6. Which of the following does not affect the aquatic life forms? So, which of these will not be affecting the aquatic life in a simple way? So, adding the borewell water हमें पता है क्या होता है? Addition of the industrial waste, addition of the sewage water, and adding waste. इसमें से क्या करने से, you know, जो पानी की क्वालिटी, द एक्वाटिक लाइफ जो है ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, उनमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. सुपर इजी. यस. So of course time's up, and the correct answer over here is, okay, something is happening. Yeah, now we have sorted. 62 of you have voted for the correct answer. That is the adding of the borewell water. So borewell water basically, अगर आपने देखा होगा in movies, right? अगर आप village में visit करेंगे तो you must have seen the borewell water, right? They'll be using with the help, they will be getting the water from the soil, right? From the groundwater, and of course there will be a huge tank over there, and of course that's a borewell water we have. If we add this water into the water, the aquatic life will not be getting affected, right? Adding of the industrial waste, addition of the sewage water, and the addition of the waste will be hampering the quality of the water. Yes, so we have the correct answer with us. And over here we have the causes of the different water pollution, right? The different causes of water pollution. That's good. And we're done with this question, right? So moving to question number 7 now. Here we have question number 7, and here you go. Question number 7, everyone on your screen. Which of the following disease is caused by the consumption of the polluted water? AIDS, malaria, cholera, and dengue or dengue, right? So again, a lot of connection from the previous chapter. We studied about why we fall ill, right? And of course in this chapter also, in this class only, we have discussed about it. That which of these diseases will be caused by if we are drinking the contaminated water. Misclick, okay. Vaishnavi, yes, why do we fall ill? Yes. Very good. Option number, see, that is the cholera over here is the absolutely correct answer. 57 of you have voted for the correct answer. Few of you got confused with the AIDS. So we know that AIDS is a disease, right, which is caused by the virus, right? Right, HIV virus. Yes, we have studied in the last chapter altogether. Why do we fall ill? Malaria is caused by the plasmodium, right? Over there we have a vector also, the mosquito that will be carrying the plasmodium. We have dengue, again, it's a virus, right? So we have the understanding about it. Cholera is the correct answer, which is caused by the bacterium. Very good. And it is there in the contaminated water. And very good. So over here we have the correct solution for it, right? Of course over here, the effects of the water pollution. Misclicked, oops. And to the last question, everyone. All the best to each one of you for the last question. And over here we have the last question. And let's go. Question number 8. Here we have, which of the following is not a cause of soil erosion, right? Which of these is not a cause of soil erosion? In options we have overgrazing, tilling, right, slope, and afforestation. Which of these will not be causing the soil erosion? We know that soil erosion is the removal of the top layer of the soil. So which of these will not be causing the soil erosion? It's very easy peasy, right? Yeah. Vaishnavi, tilling is basically nothing but a very common process which occurs in the plowing process, right, in the preparation of a soil. we usually till, right? So that the air can go inside the soil. But if we are doing tilling more and more, we are losing up the top layer. So the correct answer in this particular question is deforestation, right? And rest all are not the correct answer. Over here we have the causes of the soil pollution. Now we'll be moving to the leaderboard. So the leaderboard is based upon two things, right? So basically it's based upon the two important things. First, of course, that you should answer the correct question. Secondly, the speed that you are voting with. So over here we have the leaderboard, right? The final leaderboard. So let's see. Right over here. Okay, the points are being added. And we have a shuffle, right? So we have Bindusmita, right? Right, and she is there with us on the leaderboard. Then we have Muhammad Anzar, we have Priyanshu, we have Akshit. Aditya Raj was the fastest for this particular question. Then we have the Kashif, Niba, very good Niba, very good Jayantika, Soumya and Pranavi. Congratulations to all of you. Yes, Vaishnavi, NCRT. Yes. Okay, everyone. So here's we have the good scores. So in the next class, we'll be doing the biogeochemical cycle. If you have any doubts, definitely you can go back to our session where we have just discussed about it. And yeah, you can quickly recap about it. And of course, as we promised, we got you covered. Don't worry. In the future also, we have amazing sessions coming up for you. And you can definitely try the free classes by going on the link in the description box below. With this, everyone, we are done for today's class. I hope that you have enjoyed the class. Lots of love from my side. Take care of yourself. Yes. And we'll be meeting next week. Keep on learning, everyone. Learn more. Read your textbook. Write your doubts in the comment section below. I always read the comments. So in the next class, we can definitely take up those doubts. Right? Lots of love, everyone. Don't worry about the ranks. You studied the concept. You remember the concept. That's really important. Great, I can see lots of hearts, so I can also make this heart. Heart. Bye everyone. Good day, lots of love. See you. Bye-bye.